Hey guys, Crew Blonde, we're back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Melanie.
And we are back with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, there's a weeping angel. There's a shadow of one. Last time on Doctor Who, we had some arachnophobia stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh, don't. But then I ended up feeling bad for them at the end.
Yeah, they all died, I think. Well, they locked some inside of a vault. I'm going to assume they died too. And then we left and went somewhere else. So the main question is, where did we go? But before we find out where we went, we had to figure out what the poll was. For our 11-4 poll, we asked you guys, how do you feel the new direction this season is going and is on track with the rest of the show? Or do you think something is missing? So, is what is happening so far going to be good because it's just what the season's going to be? Or is it something's not right and they're messing it up? Well, we didn't hit the little button thing, but we had It No Longer Feels Like Doctor Who for me, with about a sixth of the votes. There Is Something Missing, with about a third of the votes.
Okay.
And with the remaining amount of the votes, it does still feel like Doctor Who, the Doctor Who that I know. So the majority of people still feel like it feels like Doctor Who. Some people say it's missing some stuff, and a few people are saying this doesn't feel like the show I knew.
Yeah.
I can understand a lot of our criticisms has been about the stakes, I think. The villains themselves have seemed a little off.
Weak.
Whovie Vortex says it's 100% still Doctor Who for me, but it's also taking a very different approach. So, in a way, you could view it as a new show. Which makes sense because they have a new showrunner, they want it to feel a little different, bring in new audience members and stuff, but still you don't want to alienate the fans that have been with you for so long.
Yeah.
Joey says, in my opinion, it's still missing some of the intenseness in the action scenes. I don't feel any worry for the characters. I still really liked this episode, though. I have been liking the episodes, but in the same sense, like he says here, I don't feel a danger. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to feel a sense of danger.
You want me to freak out the whole time, huh?
David says, it doesn't feel like Doctor Who, only in its camera work. I mean, Doctor Who has always been a kind of campy show, and while the modern area is still more serious than classic Who, it still keeps that campy atmosphere. This new series is great, but I'm still just not used to the new visual language being used. Shit's more cinematic than the Doctor Who movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Nathan says it's a hard question because the show is about change, and each era should feel different than the last. But to me, while it's certainly different, it is still recognizable as Doctor Who. So James is saying that he does not, and it does not feel like Doctor Who. He asks if he is the only one who is not enjoying the season. I like the foundation that they've built, and the characters have potential, but there's no way that you can tell me these stories have been entertaining. Well, there are some ways that people can say that they've been entertaining. What great villains have we had? What amazing Doctor companion moments have we had? It's just been so dead so far, and don't anyone dare use the excuses that they've just began. In Matt's first season, we've had him meet Amy and Rory. Amy saved the Beast in the Beast Below. They had the Dalek episode and then reunited with River and ended with the one thing you never put in a trap. While Tennant, we had the no second chances moment, his reunion with Sarah Jane and the werewolf, new episode Earth. There's no way you can tell me that this season has been any way as close to any of the other Doctor's first 4 episodes.
That's fair. But I think that
I think we've had some good moments with characters. I think the acting has been there. I think motivation for the characters have been there, and I think all that's been really good. Whereas some companions in the past, like you're kind of not understanding why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they're just trying to run away. But the one thing I can say that I probably agree on is just the villains we've had have not felt up to par to me.
But I think also what he's trying to say is that the Doctor and the companions have not had that amazing, conversations yet. So we haven't seen the Doctor interact with our companions as much as the companions with each other. So I'm excited to see her and their interactions.
But as far as saying, like, it's impossible to say that the episodes have been entertaining, I think they have been entertaining.
I think so, too.
The Rosa Parks episode had very strong moments for characters.
Definitely.
Graham, especially, when he's like, I don't want to be here. He's like, we have to be here for the timeline. And I think there has been strong moments.
Oh, yeah. Ryan and his looking up to his idols, you know? Like,
yeah. I think there's been
amazing.
strong moments for characters. And I think there has been entertaining... I think the episodes themselves have been entertaining. I think the issue that I have with it right now is just the threat nature of it. And I don't feel like our characters are being threatened, but they're having fun adventures, you know?
Yeah.
Zen says, now I wouldn't have answered differently than I did, but it seems to me the choices are average, it sucks a little, it sucks a lot. They seem a bit biased. Where is the answer for the folks who like this better than before? I mean, if you're liking it better than before, I guess I was putting that more of it's on par with Doctor Who. Like, it's right there with Doctor Who. I mean, I love Doctor Who, so if I'm loving this season, I'm loving it. I love Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, yeah.
So that was it's
amazing.
It's good. The other ones were like, it's a little weird, but I'm still liking it, which was kind of in the middle ground. And then the other one was like, I'm not enjoying this, is how it was meant to be. So my idea of the first one that we have there is that it's there. This is the best show on TV, and that's why I'm watching it. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So
yeah.
I mean, if this is your favorite season, it's your favorite season.
Yeah.
Which that's, as far as ranking seasons and stuff, I know like Eric hates doing that, but he has no problem saying like, I love this TV show.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love this TV show.
So,
because I still believe that there's a reason for why it's being written this way. I like the way it's written. I'm enjoying the TV show a lot, but I think that there's a reason why we have all of these like, not cliffhangers, but like not finalized episodes. I feel.
Cameron says this last episode felt like a Doctor Who episode to me more than any so far. I'm definitely liking this season a lot. So
I can see that. It had that Monster of the Week feel.
It did have that. So Cameron, thank you so much. Thank you everyone else who voted, who put in their comments and thoughts and everything. We'll try to get to more of that kind of stuff in the next poll at the end of this episode, but we gotta watch the episode first so we know what the poll's gonna be. So let's watch it. You gotta hit it.
I like it.
The beat drop. Ooh, where are we? It's like a junkyard. What are they looking for?
I don't know.
What's he found? Nobody move.
A bomb?
Oh, like a landmine?
What? Don't be a 12 hours earlier kind of thing.
Tsuranga.
Why have they done that?
I know that name.
Oh.
You're mentioned in the Book of Celebrants. You helped defeat the army of the Eons at the Battle of the Underkind.
I was one of many.
You're a bit of a legend, though. Aren't you in the Book of Celebrants? Isn't there a whole chapter about you? Me? No. Very common name. Anyway. I'd say it was more of a volume than a chapter. Just so you know. It hurts. Oh! That bit really hurts.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. Everyone else seemed to have recovered well.
What are you in for? Pregnant.
Blimey. Yes, you are. Almost ready to pop.
How did you get like that?
Holiday. Got involved with someone, didn't take precautions. Like an idiot.
We need to go now. I'm sure you'll be fine. We'll be thinking of you.
What do you mean, go? How are you going to do that?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
This isn't a hospital. It's a ship. And we're already in flight. You saw something and you were worried.
No.
No.
My job is to keep all of you safe. You're stopping me from doing that.
Same stubborn doctor, though.
So what's that?
What's what?
Not sure.
Something coming at him?
Stuck on a ship. With something scary.
Oh, something's after him. Something's here. Where'd you get those?
From the doctor?
That thing can really move. It's heading from the port side to the starboard.
What is it?
Don't like being told what to do.
Yeah. I'm getting that impression. Why am I trusting you, Doctor?
You might be a bad liar, Astos. You've got excellent instincts.
All right.
We would not ideally register a complaint against someone so early in their career.
Let's get them then.
A little bossy, I guess. What's going on here?
Yeah, he's fishy.
I was trying to hack into my sister's medical records.
Wow.
We've all hacked into our loved ones' confidential records at one stage or another, haven't we?
Graham.
See anything, Astos?
Nothing so far.
The ship looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
Look at the white, clean, like, look of it. You know
Medical. It looks very medical. No, that door.
Careful, Astos. Close it.
Don't go in. Don't go in.
What if it jettisons a pod and you're in it? Nah. Yeah.
You knew better.
Run faster
Oh no,
with
she's
your
gonna
engine.
bust her spleen. Her ectospleen.
There goes the pod. Oh, it blew up?
No.
Oh, what's that?
It's fuzzy.
It's a damn Bebo.
It's like a
What the
stitch.
heck is it?
It's not fuzzy, it's just freckly. It's so cute! Jeez!
Oh no!
Did it eat it?
Why did you lie?
It's just ate my Sonic!
Wait, did it spit it out? Mine works.
Took the power out.
So it's just us?
Yeah.
Alone?
Yeah.
In space?
Yeah.
With that creature?
Yeah.
Right.
Don't fancy chances.
Item 7 Alpha Cubed. Pating.
Pating?
Pating.
Like pudding.
Condensed advice, never engage with Pating. Risk to life, ultimate.
Huh.
Well. Yeah, they gotta figure out something before it eats the whole ship and they die.
Jeez.
Come on, it'd be nice to share it. Oh, wait for it.
Aww.
Wait for it.
Weird.
Would you be pregnant for me?
Boys give birth to boys and girls give birth to girls. That's how it is.
Not where we come from.
That's pretty cool.
How does that work?
You're growing a person? Yeah. I couldn't do that.
No, you really couldn't do that. You're a medic. I'm the doctor. The doctor of medicine. Well, medicine, science, engineering, candy floss, Lego,
Candy
philosophy,
floss?
music,
Lego.
people, hope. Mostly hope.
Aww.
And if we confirm it's on board, they'll recommend evacuation. But we can't evacuate. They go straight to RST, remote structural termination.
Oh, self-destruct.
Rock in a hard place. Wow.
There's no easy solution here. This thing's just
But
running around.
it's
Look at
so
it.
cute!
It is kind of like Stitch.
Look at that little baby butt!
It's jettison the life pods. I'm the doctor. These are my
Oh no,
friends,
he's in
Ryan,
labor.
Graham.
I've encountered a Pating before. It massacred my fleet.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, crud.
Show us.
General.
Shush, no, Ronan. I know.
We could go past the drivetrain on the way.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know, I don't get it.
Is this a bad moment to mention my internal fluids are broken? Would you two be my doulas? I haven't got any doulas. Do what?
What?
She's brilliant, but I need some men with me.
I didn't expect that. That's hilarious.
I need another adrenaline blocker.
You used the last one, General.
Okay. What is the deal with the adrenaline blockers? What's wrong with her? What are they keeping from?
Is she like a werewolf? If the adrenaline gets her, she wolfs out?
This is like the iPhone version of CERN, accelerating enough particles to power this entire craft.
Wow.
Ronan, you're able to touch it without detoxifying you. That's useful
But
to
it
all
will
of
eat
us.
him.
Those things are cool. I want to see him shoot.
There's the staser.
Yeah, I want to see it shoot.
It's twice. He's dressed so differently than everyone else, I feel.
One big surge could kill me.
Does Durkas know?
I don't want him worrying.
He's going to find out sooner or later.
Already has.
Dang it. But you can talk me through it.
It takes people a dozen years to train.
Oh, I really need to spend more time in the 67th century.
I know how to do this.
But she could die from it.
Everyone's going to live, including me.
Just this once.
And then he's in labor.
Where does it come out of?
I don't know.
Where's the birth bud? Is it running?
No backup generator isn't working.
What? I can't do this without a birth bud.
Birth bud. What is a birth bud?
I don't know.
It's like, I'm imagining like a little robot that births people. You know what I mean? He just reaches in there. Baby. Oh, it's coming. Yes. Be careful. Yes. Jeez.
Whoa.
Oh, careful. Run. Run. It might eat you. Oh.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. keep it wrapped up. Just...
I don't know. I don't know.
Whoa.
Handing over control.
That's cool.
Okay.
Are you also experiencing comprehension deficiency?
Every day right now, mate.
Every day.
Be so careful. Tiny little device could blow us all to pieces.
Get the pating to eat it?
If the pating eats it, can it detonate inside the pating?
I don't know. Will he just absorb all the energy?
I don't know.
Where's the pating when you need it?
This is where the escape pod is, right?
What was the number for?
Number of seconds before the bomb goes off. I moved it forward a bit. What? I would have gone higher.
Oh, yeah, I've seen every episode of Call the Midwife. Whilst you've been mucking around on YouTube, I've been learning useful life skills. Do we have to?
What? They didn't have that on Call the Midwife?
I don't know. I always looked away at the squeamish bit.
That would be like you.
Please don't be wrong. I'll be so embarrassed. I'm dead.
Yeah, saying dead.
Doctor, I'm not...
Take one with a can of pop.
It's still so cute.
Ooh, take a kid.
Pretty.
Oh! It blew up in his tummy.
Is he happy?
Look at him. Looks like he's smiling.
He's so happy. It's so cute.
Is she gonna make it?
Is he gonna have to fly?
What happened?
Is he flying now? Yep, he's fine.
Hello, mate. I'm your dad.
Aww. He's so cute.
The space station?
Are they making it safely? What about the TARDIS?
In honor of you both, I wanted to call him Avocado.
You what?
I thought you was going to say you'd call him after us. Graham Ryan.
Or Ryan Graham?
No, he'd be a laughing stock.
What happens to you now? Without her?
I've come to the end of my service. There is only shutdown.
He's gonna take him, isn't he?
He doesn't like him, though.
For now and evermore.
Oh, the episode wasn't too bad. It kind of had a bit more of a threatening nature, I guess, to it than...
Cute with the cute little monster.
So weird.
Like, you went to that threat level. I think that threat level was met. But the monster was just so cute. I'm like, that's kind of like a smack in the face for what you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like they were in a bit more danger, but yeah, the creature that was on board that was threatening them was not threatening looking. You
No,
know what I mean?
I just wanted to hug it. It was so cute.
I thought it was interesting, though, that the last episode had to do with trash, and then the first part of this episode jumps in and we're in a junkyard. I'm curious what they were looking for exactly.
Yeah, they said what it was, but I don't know what it is. I didn't write it down either, though.
I was worried, like, what are they going to do with the TARDIS? Is this going to be more storyline of, like, trying to get the TARDIS back and stuff like that? But they said that they would teleport them back to Sinai, whatever the planet was they were on, the junk planet.
Yeah, I don't remember. All of them look the same.
I enjoyed the Cicero story with the general. It wasn't too bad. She was trying to find a way to save her and get rid of this pilot's heart, which I don't know exactly what that is. I'm guessing...
Like, it beats too fast?
Maybe.
Like, from being up in the atmosphere?
They said about a surge of adrenaline could have killed it.
So, like a constant fast heart rate, and then ends up with the adrenaline, makes it too fast, and then explodes, maybe?
We had more history with Ryan about his mom. Found her. She had a heart attack. He found her collapsed on the floor when he was 13.
Yeah, 13 years old. That'd be so hard. And like he said, it's that point in life where you don't expect anything like that to happen, you know?
So I'm guessing that the dad was around during that time, but then left after that. Maybe left him to his grandmother or whatever. Then that's how we got to Nan.
He said that his dad was about his age whenever Ryan was born.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Ryan might be like... It's after high school, and they've been through a little bit of college because she's a cop, and they graduated together, right? So I'm guessing about 20. And then, so the dad would have been about 33 and couldn't bear to deal with this 13-year-old and had to leave.
Yeah, possibly.
Like,
well, the way he said, too, it wasn't that he couldn't bear the 13-year-old. It was also that whenever he looked at him, he saw his wife that he loved, that it was too daunting on him or something. So, I don't know. There's a little bit of history on him. We've been slowly learning more and more backstory on each character as we keep going more. We met Yaz's parents and stuff recently.
Yeah, true.
You know, more on
and
Graham,
her sister.
Graham having cancer and stuff and surviving that. And so...
Which, did you see how excited he was? You cured our internal organs. Like, he was just so happy. Maybe, like, he won't have cancer again, you know? Like, maybe they cured the cancer in his organs, too.
Well, they took care of that before, didn't they?
Well, you can still get it back.
Yeah. I mean, there's, like, what, regression or whatever they call it or something like that.
Yeah, remission.
Something like that, yeah. I've noticed this doctor seems to talk a lot about hope.
Yeah, she does.
Seems to be a common, like,
what are you a doctor of? A doctor of medicine, doctor of science, doctor of engineering, and doctor of hope. Mostly doctor of hope.
Yeah, but this isn't the first time I'm saying hope.
No, it's been many.
I feel like Jodie's doctor has said hope many times about, like
almost every episode.
Yeah, so I just thought it was interesting because it keeps coming back. How do you feel about, like, we had the guy being pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. Like, having a baby. At the same time of, like, the baby being born, we had the general dying. We kind of had a death and a life at the same time, which I thought was interesting, just the parallels of that. You know, her wanting to save everybody. So, like, they had... It had the same amount of people on board, her taking that, and then when she passed, it, like, went there, the baby. It was just interesting.
Yeah.
I just thought, like, the way it was shot and shown, too, you saw, like, the brother and sister, like, talking and stuff, and you see, like, her passing as you have this baby being born at the same time, so.
Yeah. How did you like the fact that in his species, boys give birth to boys and girls give birth to girls?
The weirdest thing is, like, because I was like, well, how's he going to have it? And they cut open the sack.
The stomach sack, right? And she was under the blanket. Like, you know, down in the nether region, because you saw his whole belly, and the blanket was past the belly.
His sack cutting was down here. I don't know. My bigger question is, how do they feed the baby? I've seen none of these, you know what I mean?
Every mammal has mammary glands, so every mammal has the potential.
But it didn't look like he was being prepared to, you know what I mean? He didn't look ready to.
It doesn't matter how big they are. You can still have milk ducts.
I would say, I want more food. You need to be ready to give me some food. What?
What?
Huh? I'm saying, if I was a baby...
Oh, if you were a baby, okay.
I want more food. I want you to just
I missed the if I were a baby part. I was getting very weirded out. But you would have had 3 births by now.
No. None.
You would have had 3. You would have saved me, Aaron.
Saved you? Mm-hmm. Somebody save. I don't have much else in this episode, really. A lot of these episodes have been very self-contained. Every once in a while we get a little bit of backstory on, like, an individual character, but it's not really about, like, there's not been like a 2-parter. There's not been like a what's gonna happen next, really. No. The closest we had was like, well, now we gotta find the TARDIS, we're in space. Now we found the TARDIS, we go somewhere else, you know. So, like, it's been fairly one-off-ish, so I don't really have much speculation right now. I have in the, like, this time, last 2 episodes, there's been no you know.
Oh, that's true.
So there goes my plan on that. Ruins that.
They heard your complaint. But no, I do have to give props to this episode. It did feel, like we said before, a little more intense. But the music was perfectly intense. You know, like the music was just going with it, going with it, going with it. The CGI of the monster may not.
I thought it was fine. I thought the monster looked fine. It had a weird mix where I felt like the intensity was there of the danger they were in, But then it was like countered by a cute little critter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like my favorite used to be the adipose, because I thought that they were the cutest and funniest little things.
Yeah, but see, those guys weren't threatening. The ones that were threatening were the women that were chasing after them, that were killing like people and stuff like that. And,
yeah.
But like the adipose themselves, they weren't killing you. But this woman would be like, and then you just.
But I love that adipose. But now
Take adipose. The fat walks right off.
Literally, yes. I wish someone hooked me up with it. But I do like the this pating. Pating. It's so cute. Even the name is cute.
Isn't that food in Canada?
Poutine.
Poutine. That's what your boys do. Alright, on that note, we should go to Q&As. Alright, I'm going to touch on this one. It's from last week, but it didn't come in before. But Megay says, thoughts on River coming back? Alex Kingston joked about wanting to meet her wife and that she has some thoughts about how her and Jodie's doctor could meet. How would you feel if they were to do something like that?
I think that they both would have so much fun with that episode. I think it would have to be like going back in time, like, right? So they'd have to go back, but I don't know how far back, and I don't know where they cross paths, you know?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think there's ways that you could do it, and it would be okay. They had ways that River interacted with, like the 8th Doctor and the 5th Doctor in some audio drama type things.
Okay.
That still worked out okay to the... Because, like, you would think that, well, if that doctor met River, then by the time David gets there, he would know who River is. Right?
Right.
But they kind of work around it and do some things where, like, there's some interactions and stuff between them, but it makes sense as to how it ends and how the doctor doesn't know who they are.
I guess I can also see them crossing paths in the future, because, like, since River, you know, did time travel... So if she went into the future sometime and she's at the same time, they can still cross paths.
Yeah. The only thing that's weird is that, you know, the last time we saw her, she was like, here's a list. And she had all these faces, but not that one and not this one. So it's like, well, what's a way that you can do it so that makes sense? And I'm sure there's probably something you could do.
Yeah.
You know?
It's Doctor Who, of course there is.
You could have, you know, maybe she doesn't realize that this is the Doctor, and this one goes back, comes across River, along her timeline. They could do an adventure together. They leave, but she never really realizes that the Doctor, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
But would you want her to not know it was the Doctor? You know? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So.
I'd be interested. That'd be so cool, because I love Alex Kingston.
Someone pointed out that if you look at the briefing console and stuff, when they're looking for the pating, oh, that's a, oh, dang it, it's from old Who.
I don't know how you guys saw that. That's very fast eyes.
Here we see Cyberman, the Ood, Weeping Angel.
Was on there? Huh.
Yeah, that must have been one of them that passed by that you're like, what was that? Silence?
Okay, yeah.
Centauran, Slitheen. I can't tell what that one is. That's a Zygon, and that's Pating.
That's really cool.
But anyway, Ryan posted about that, so thank you, Ryan, for the info on that. He says, what's cuter, a Pating or an adipose?
Aww. That's what I just...
Which one? Pick one.
Oh, snap. I don't know. I think Pating has just won it for me, because, like, it's very, like, Stitch looking, and I love Stitch. But adipose, like, their personalities and everything,
I'm going to go with an adipose.
Adorable.
Adipose. Josh says, the Doctor is shown to be a bit selfish this episode before she's made aware of it and apologizes, which I liked. Do you think Ryan's dad will appear this series and be something that has to be dealt with?
I don't know about dealt with, but...
I mean, there's been a lot of talk about Ryan's dad. Maybe it could be something that Ryan comes to terms with and uses it as a reason that he's not staying on the TARDIS. Maybe he goes to spend time with his dad to try to make a connection there that he hasn't had yet, you know? Maybe something like that could happen. He's gotten a little better with Graham, even though he had like a you know...
You can't fist pound him.
A dislike for Graham.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But I don't know, maybe there could be something else there for that. I don't know where the story's going to go with it.
Yeah, their relationship is definitely growing, so that's good.
Talarian says, what are your thoughts on Series 11 so far, now that we have hit halfway through the series?
I'm loving it. Like, it's been fun. Like, very fun. I enjoy the companions, but I'm not quite attached to any of them yet. But it's been a lot of fun so far.
My favorite episode so far has been Rosa. That was my favorite one. I enjoyed it out of this series the most. The Doctor is... she's not my favorite yet. She's... I mean, it's going to take me a while, probably, I'm sure. But as of right now, she's probably towards the bottom of the newer Doctors, you know, for me right now. I need that Doctor moment from her. I haven't gotten it from her yet. I don't feel like I've gotten it from her. I feel like she's had some emotion in what she's saying, and I feel like she cares about stuff. But I want the Stonehenge speech. I want the Zygon invasion speech. You know, I want something like that. And I feel like, you know, every Doctor gets that moment at some point, and I want that moment so I can know this is a Doctor.
Did Peter Capaldi have that in his first season?
Well, when was Zygon Invasion?
I don't remember. All of his is just mished together for me.
Let me see when that occurred.
Because I know you did not like
remember
them.
Hellbent and Heaven Sent? Like, those were good. I enjoyed that a lot.
That was harsh, yes. But you've said many times you did not like him at all.
I did not like him.
I liked him since the first time I saw him. I'm like, I love you.
He first showed up in 8. Is that right? Zygon Invasion was not until his second season, about halfway through. Just before we had Face the Raven, Heaven Sent, and Hellbent, and then Husbands. So 8 I went through not liking it that much.
Yeah. He took a long hiatus.
Although I do remember Darkwater, and I liked Darkwater. But a lot of his beginning stuff I didn't like as much. Kill the Moon. And the Dalek was okay, but I didn't get those moments from him really there either. But his second season, I felt like he really shined. Magician's Apprentice, I love that one. I thought that one was really good. The Girl Who Died was interesting. I liked that one. The Zygon Invasion was great. Face the Raven, Heaven Sent. I loved... I'm pretty sure it was Heaven Sent that I loved. Right? That was the repetition stuck in a loop. That wasn't Hellbent, was it? I'm pretty sure it was Heaven Sent. Hellbent was like the resolution of it all. Yeah,
because those two are back to back.
So I know a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people that didn't like Clara, but I liked her a lot, and that's kind of what helped get me through some of the first of his season. But like once I got later on, like right now, like the Doctor seems okay, and I'm liking the companions. But it's not that I don't like the Doctor.
No.
I disliked Capaldi more in his first season than I did with her. So. I'm just wanting that moment where I can really feel like this is the Doctor.
I think it's very important for us to actually get to know her first before she can have a very moving moment like that. So I think we won't get that until like the second half of this season or even next season.
I feel like she's been too soft-spoken so far. Like some of the other Doctors during like the Spider episode, I feel like would have gotten more upset with that wannabe president dude, right?
Yeah.
That president guy was what he did and how things happened and all that kind of stuff. Things just kind of like, well, he's fine, no problems. She's not that upset. Yeah, she was kind of upset, but she'll get over it. But like, I feel like Eccleston, you would not have wanted to cross Eccleston in that moment. Like he would have done something. Even David Tennant may have said something. Matt Smith, Capaldi. I feel like all of them.
Capaldi would have given him a long lecture.
would have had some kind of reaction more so to it, or preventative measure or something like that, than what she did. Even though it was like, well, it's dying and it can't breathe. You shot it, now it's dead. Like maybe that was better for it. But I didn't feel like the Doctor did much in that moment, and that's what I want. I want to feel like the Doctor is there doing what the Doctor does.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like this Doctor's been a little softer.
Oh yeah.
And I want to see that hard moment from the Doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to be like, well, it's a girl doctor. She should be softer. No, I know. I know what they're like.
They needed a Scottish or Irish actress to do it then.
I know what they're like. I've seen mamas. So I want to feel that moment of...
I feel like we have it coming. It's definitely going to be coming. I think with the spider episode, it's still too new for her. Like, it would have been a perfect opportunity for someone that we've already known for a while. But I think she has potential, extreme potential, and we will be seeing it in the future.
Okay. Well, there we go. So that's what we think right now for this half of the season. Let's see what happens with the remaining coming episodes. But before we leave today, we need a poll. I don't have anything specific, but I think I might want to do a poll on favorite creatures. However, I'm not going to do the Pating versus the Adipose.
Aww.
I want to do these 9.
Those 9? Now, favorite, what do you mean by favorite?
Which of these are your favorite? You know what? We'll throw Adipose in there. Screw it. Because Pating's here too. So 10. There's going to be 10 creatures.
Is Adipose on there?
No, Pating. We're going to throw Adipose in here. Okay? So who is your favorite creature from the Doctor Who universe out of what they showed here? And I'm going to have to look up what this one guy is because I don't know what he is. We have the Cybermen. We have the Ood. We have the Weeping Angels. We have the Slitheen. The Centaurans. The Silence. Some kind of weird underwatery looking critters. I don't remember which ones those are. But we're going to put those in there too. Those are for the classic fans. Actually, some of these are for classic fans too. The Zygons, the Pating, and then we'll do the Adipose. And let's talk about like our favorite creatures next week after we see what you guys think about those. Those are some really good creatures too.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
Some of these are
Oh
like
my gosh, some of them give me nightmares.
So if I was going to have to pick one of these guys, I don't know which one I'd pick.
I think for me, like, I don't want to go like favorite because then I'd stick with the cutest. I'd probably actually say the Silence, because the Silence, it took me about 2 weeks to get through that episode.
The Silence, I was going to say, are really good.
It was so freaky to me. Like, I just, like, if that happened to you, you know, like, oh, like, you wouldn't be freaked out, of course, but man, oh, I hate them.
That's right. The very first one looked like it was Davos.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's what it looked like. I don't know if it was, but it looked like a guy in a chair. It kind of reminded me of Davos, so. Go vote! Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to watch more Doctor Who, make sure you subscribe, because we have this Who series we're doing. We're doing the old Who series, and we're going through Matt Smith right now, and we've done Eccleston and David Tennant already, so make sure you guys check that out. And check out Patreon, where we have early access, full length, and our polls all available there. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week.